What's up, folks? It's your boy DT 2.0, and literally as soon as I finished recording that video of the unboxing of the Alienware M15R5 Ryzen Edition, I get the box delivered from Lenovo with the Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. As you can see, this box is big ASL. I am concerned about UPS and their delivery standards. Big ass crease right here. Big ass crease right here. But other than that, hey, let's bust this mug open and see what we got. Yeah, I was a little disturbed the way this thing got delivered. The delivery driver literally just leaned the junk against my door, and when I opened it up, it fell in. Now, it didn't fall in to make those dents and this scratch right here in the back from it hitting the ground probably numerous times was already back there. So, now I'm a little bit concerned about the condition. The box doesn't look like it got shipped just like this. Unlike Alienware, Lenovo, they ship it exactly how it is. I got my last Legion like this. You know exactly what's in the box. So if they left it on the doorstep and somebody was to pass, especially me staying in an apartment complex, they can easily grab it by the handle and scoop it in. Not that I don't trust everybody around me, but you gotta have that one eye open for everybody. Anyway, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. I've already pulled off the tape and everything, so let's just see. Now, a little bit different from the Alienware. I feel a little better because this is like an old school Xbox, right? Remember that first Xbox? Yeah, that's what this looks like. And this is just the foam that's surrounding it, right? I think the other Lenovo Legion, it was a slide in, but this one, obviously, they have it well protected in here, right? There's some jiggle room in there, but I feel comfortable, a little bit more comfortable. Now, opening this, I think this is obvious that this is the power brick. Cable seems a little bit thicker than the one Alienware had that I just unboxed. It's a little warm from being out in the heat. And the power brick seems about, let's pull this out of here. Ah! My bad. That to the side. Power brick seems about the same size as the Alienware, but you know, Lenovo got their thing going on with their proprietary power adapter, which you probably can find a copy on Amazon anyway. But yeah, it seems 300 watts this time, but it seems about the same weight, maybe a little bit lighter than the Alienware, but I'm not gonna weigh it. And then of course, the star of the show. So I know I'm gonna fumble this all around, so let me pause for a second and get this thing out of here, at least to this black part. Now underneath that, it didn't have unlike the Alienware, it didn't have a special slot for it, and I don't mind, I don't care about that. You get a couple books, same deal as the Alienware. You get a warranty book, and then you get a book that tells you a little bit about the computer and also the setup. I don't recall or even remember my specs on here, so we're about to learn this together. So here it is, Legion 5 Pro, and let's pull it out and undress it. And whoa. Hey, look, I'm kind of feeling this. Hey, look, I'm gonna go back to Tomb Raider. This Trinity or Kobe, right? Symbol there. Right? Depending on how bright it'll shine, but I kind of like it right off the bat. I kind of like it, so you guys can see how it looks straight up. That's how it looks, and I'm gonna turn it around when it light up. Now, the thing that I do, that is a clear difference between this one and then also the Alienware that's over here, still downloading updates and everything because I'm still setting that up, is this is a 16-inch screen, right? And it's also QHD. So as I fumble around my box and everything, so 2 pluses on top of the Alienware. Now, I didn't tell you guys how much I paid for the Alienware, but the Alienware M15 R5, I paid, even with a $200 discount, $2,600 after taxes, and then $15 for express shipping. $2,600. This laptop with, instead of the Ryzen 9, this one has the Ryzen 7 5800H, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 1 terabyte or 2 terabytes of SSD or solid state drive, but it's two 1 terabytes. So 2 terabytes of space, 16-inch 1440p IPS display that comes in at what they claim, just like the last time, 500 nits. You know I'm a big fan of that. And in the storm gray color. So those are the specs of that. I'll get into the specifics when I do my review, but let's crank this thing up. Let's just see if it has any juice, because I can't wait to see what this screen looks like, especially in comparison to, man. Lenovo let me down before, so I'm not gonna get super excited. They let me down before. Hey, Alienware, look, they put paper in here to let you feel that they thought about the screen security. Anyway, the thing I like about Lenovo also is their support as far as the prices. Now, I'm not saying they support, but the prices of their like extended warranty and all that is extremely cheap compared to Alienware. So I don't know about that. And the stickers, yeah, they're not straight, but they're still not on ASUS's dumbass level. So somebody actually put in some work to make sure these stickers are semi lined up, right? If I was to micromanage this and look at it closely, I probably could see some imperfections, but I don't. Anyway, right out the top, I'll tell you guys, in my video that I made early last year, I was a big fan of Lenovo's keyboard, right? And for those that didn't watch the video, and you don't have to go back and watch it, I'm not going to ask anybody to go back and watch it. I had a bright spot at the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. And when I called Lenovo to ask about, fixing it, they told me it wasn't covered under warranty because it wasn't dead pixels. It was just a bright spot. So I kind of got my feelings about it, right? And I kind of just went on ahead and just sent it back and then got something. And that's when I rolled into the Alienware, and then that's when my Alienware love affair started, I guess. Because I just wanted, I love the way these two companies had a division of just gaming computers. Now, of course, there's other gaming companies out there like MSI and ASUS has their lines, but these are the only two that has a line dedicated with a different name and everything, even though this one has Lenovo written on it and the Alienware doesn't have Dell written on it. Anyway, I was a big fan of their keyboard, and unlike the way that it feels right now, I'm still a big fan. Let's turn this thing on, and hopefully it got some juice. If not, I'll pause it and then I'll plug it in. Come on, baby. I guess I'll be pausing it and then plugging it in. Now we got it plugged in and we finally got some juice. And I don't know if you noticed, but there is a number pad over here. And again, they, instead of having like speaker grills over here, like other computers, Lenovo says, you know what, bump that. We're going to go ahead and mash the keyboard in a little bit and put a number pad in there. And I like that. I don't have to buy a 17-inch computer to get a number pad, but I think Alienware changed his ways, because if you look at that X17, I don't think I saw a number pad on there, so it must not be as important. So in comparison to what I just unboxed before,
hi there.
I can tell that the screen is much brighter. So yeah, it's much brighter, and I can tell the crispness is there. But again, I'm gonna leave my final thoughts until I do the consumer review. That's gonna come in a few, but let me get this set up, and then I'll go in there and look at the specs, look at the 3070 to see what it really is, and see what this screen really looks like. And maybe I'll do a quick comparison in screen quality, maybe, or I'll just save that for later. Maybe I'll save it for later. Let me pause this. So we're back and we got it set up, and let me tell you, I had to turn this screen way down to not blow my camera out. Like, it's way down, so this screen gets bright AF. Real quick, I just wanted to show you guys right here. I have the NVIDIA control panel open. This is a maximum powered mobile 3070. So this one has a max power, graphics power of 140, which is actually, I think it's higher than the Alienware, because the Alienware was, I think it was 125. Anyway, I'll compare those later, but this is not a max Q. And oddly, it doesn't even have the max Q option in here. I know on every other laptop I've had in here, it always says max Q technologies, and then next to it, it would say no. This one doesn't even have max Q in there to be looked at. So hey, it is what it is. So it'll be interesting to see, because really the competition is between the two processors, right? The Ryzen 7 5000 series against the Ryzen 9 5000 series, and then whether that makes a difference when gaming, right? So right now, I think I got this right on time, because now they're out of stock, and I have it on the page right now. They don't even give you an option to add it to the cart. But let's go over my specs once again. Ryzen 7 5800H processor, a 16-inch QHD screen, IPS display with Dolby Vision, NVIDIA G-Sync, HDR 400, 500 nits, and now that I've been playing with that Alienware with the 320 hertz or 360 hertz, I can tell this is 360. I mean, this is 165 hertz. I can tell. It's evident. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, and I got spoiled real quick messing with that Alienware, but I can tell the smoothness. It's still smooth, but not as buttery smooth as that Alienware 360 degree 1080p screen. And again, once I start comparing these two and looking at the graphics and everything, I'll give my opinion on whether the 1440p at 16 inches is worth it than the 1080p at 15.6 inches. Anyway, of course, the 300 watt AC adapter, and then RTX 3070 non-max Q version, or 140 watts of power. Now, let's just talk about the physicality of this machine right now. The keyboard, and I'll give my in-depth, because I'm going to type, again, when I get these things, I type the review on the keyboard, which will give me a good feel of how they are. And again, right, keyboard feel is subjective. The way I like them may not be the way you like them. Anyway, I'll give that when I give my full review. But to me right now, it feels exactly the same as the Legion 7i, Lenovo Legion 7i I had last year. I liked it. I'm gonna put it just under the older Alienware computer, Alienware laptop keyboard, but I'm talking about just 1 and 1A. This Cherry MX keyboard, we'll get to that. I'll talk about that in my full review. Anyway, as you can see, keyboard is full. I like the way the power button is away from everything. I'm not too sure about this inner key here in this area right here. I don't know what this little lip is on here. And yeah, maybe that's good for coders or programmers, so they can feel. That's what I'm assuming. I don't code or program, so it is what it is. Directional keys here, and you also have directional keys on the number pad. Obviously a full number pad here. I like the way Lenovo does the shortcuts here for putting them into different modes, and we'll talk about that in a full review. Trackpad, really not feeling, but again, somebody else may feel it. I'm not going to use it that much anyway, so it really doesn't matter. As for a screen, when I opened this thing up, it was evident that this was a 16-inch screen. It was very, very evident that it was a 16-inch screen. And I love the way the bezels are extremely thin, right? Not even a fat chin at the bottom. If you look at the Alienware in my previous video, it had quite a chin on there, right? This one, not that much chin. It does say Legion right here at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to unplug it. Yeah. Around the left side, you just have a USB-C and a microphone, headphone combo jack. On the right side, you have a USB-A and the camera on-off switch. That's what that is. It's kind of ways away from the camera, right? And of course the vents on each side. And on the back end, and this is where I really like Lenovo and the way the Lenovo designs their computers, because in essence it kind of looks like the Alienware with the two vents with the vents on each side. Look like AC vents in a car, right? I like the way that they label the top of the jacks, right? So you won't be, if you have this on the desk and you're trying to plug things in from looking at it on top, you won't be confused, and they actually light up. So I really like that aspect about it. And I don't know whether Alienware didn't decide to do it because it'll mess up the aesthetics of the outside, but obviously Lenovo says you're not going to see it anyway. The screen's going to be open. If it's closed, you're not using it. Why not put these here with some lights in it? And I like that. But in the back, you have the Ethernet jack. You have a USB-C that you can use for what it looks like is you can use for power. 2 USB-A's, HDMI, another USB-A. Oh, I wonder if anybody knows what that battery symbol is right there, let me know, because I don't know what that means. But it's on the other side for a reason. And of course, what is that? Oh, the power jack, obviously. So one thing I don't see on here is a display port of any type. So, Alienware didn't have USB-C. This one doesn't have a display port. Odd choices we have here. But again, remember, these are their mid-tier laptops. So, you can't have everything. So they had to take away something to cut costs. But this one was still over $2,000, right? As you can see as you saw on the screen, and then after taxes, I was able to finagle a little bit of a discount, so mine was just over $2,200. But that Alienware was $400 or $500 more than this one if I wouldn't have gotten a discount on there, and it has significantly less ports than this one. I also like the way Lenovo is just written here, so they still let you know it's Lenovo, but it right here lets you know that it's a Legion. Let's see if it lights up. Are you gonna light up or embarrass me? They're gonna embarrass me. Really? Oh, it's on. Anyway, maybe I'll get it to light up during the review. But let's open this thing up and then go over to some last few things. I didn't really get a Windows Hello notification, so I'm assuming that this does it, but don't quote me on that. Just wait for the consumer review. Oh, pen was incorrect. Of course it was. But I really didn't get that. They didn't ask me, and plus it doesn't look like I have the infrared lights that usually starts blinking to let you know. But that, for me, it really doesn't matter. Pen, it only takes 2 seconds to log in. But initial feel of this thing, I like it. It's thick. It's a thick boy now. Don't get me wrong. It's a thick boy. It's not a Big Mac, but it's definitely not one of those cheap ass burgers that you get for 99 cents. Yeah, they probably just saved that for the 7. Leisure written on the bottom. Nice vents. But anyway, if you have any questions, hit me in the comments. This was just a quick unboxing. And like I said, I'm gonna take some time with these things to test them out, stress them out, compare them to the ones that I've had in here, and then let you guys know what my feelings on them are. And again, you know how I do. I don't get too in depth, just on the consumer surface, right? Are you going to be able to plug your games in these things and play them? Nothing more, and definitely nothing less. Right? Ooh, this screen gets bright. That water looks almost real. It's not 4K real or OLED real, but it's almost there. I can't wait to install some games on these things and get them started. So give me about a week and some change to get the review of this thing out. But maybe I'll feel motivated and stay up all night for 3 days in a row and get something out by early next week. Who knows? But thanks for watching. This is your boy DT 2.0. This was the Legion 5 Pro. Can't wait to let y'all know what I feel about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.